Start over again.
Oops.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. I see Michael's in the chat, and we have Jim with us in the live. If you want to jump into the live stream, all you have to do is click on the link and have a working microphone and/or camera. So, the last 10 minutes we've been sitting here talking, and I forgot to click the live button. Oh well, we're gonna work tonight. I'm gonna be working on Anthem, and you working on tonight, Jim? Yep, he must have went to the bathroom. Okay. Last night, I filled in for Cliff on the board anyway. And I got the decals on the top of the Phantom, and so we're gonna start on the bottom ones tonight. And it's been uber hot here today. It was, I know it's like heat index was like 103 or 105. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock here, and right now, and it's still 96 degrees. Hot. And I had to go out and take Mom to do her shopping today too, so it did kind of sucked. I had to go outside.
I was getting a weird reverb on delay. I guess when you restarted the stream, it refired up the YouTube version of it on my other tab. So I'm hearing you, and then like a few seconds later, I'm hearing it again.
Oh, you still have your YouTube side open?
I had the tab open, but I thought I had muted it, but apparently it was still when you did the restart. Apparently it did something. I thought I was freaking out, going, "What's going on?"
Okay, we don't have a whole lot of decals to do for the bottom. Nice thing with this, they gave you 2 panels of bare decal material. So if you break one or have a hole you want to fix or don't get good coverage, then they give you patch panels that you can add on there to make sure your coverage is good. Hey, Panzer, and I want to thank Panzer and everyone else who joined the King Bob's Minions with the membership. I want to thank you for that. You get the little star next to your name whenever you come in, and you also get to see my videos a day early. If I can think of something down the road that I can add to that besides that, I will. But yeah, thank you for that. We had 11 people who have become part of King Bob's Minions. And that money goes directly to paying for the software we're using right now for the live streaming, and then heating supplies and whatnot. If we get that much money, in 2 months I've made a whole $12, so it's not like breaking down the bank. So what you got going tonight, Jim?
Well, I've been working on a 67 Charger as part of for a group build for a different channel.
Cool.
What's a group build? It's pull out of the box here so I can show you the cover.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some issues with the kit. Some few good sink marks in the body, and the interior tub has got some thick and thin spots on the edges where things don't match quite like they should. So it's being a little bit of a challenge. But
Yeah, those older toolings like that, they weren't real concerned with that kind of stuff back then.
yeah, yeah.
So
Of course, you paid a lot less for them back then too. So,
it's cool.
but yeah, I've got been working on the engine a good bit. Got it with the Hemi orange. Did the dark aluminum on the tranny, and working on getting ready to wire up the plugs.
Do you use pre-made plug harnesses, or do you and distributors, or do you make your own?
I'm actually just going to use some 0.3 solder that I'm going to paint up. Use that for the wires. The distributor, I actually had to get one because the one that came in it, I started drilling it out and realized that there was only 7 for an 8-cylinder motor,
Uh
which I suppose I could have just faked it, but it was like
uh
that's not right. So I got one out of Iceman Collections, and it went. There was a post that was on there that I chopped out and drilled, and it fit in there nice. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
looks quite
I'll
a
go either way on yeah, as far as making them myself or using pre-made ones.
yeah. That's the first time I played with one of those aftermarket ones like that. But generally, I usually just on the past I've drilled them out and just I used to use wire back in the day. But
Yeah, I'll use a 22,000 solder when I make my own.
yeah, yeah. So trying a few things with it. Kind of quiet tonight. Of course, you. This is what, third day in a row that you've done one.
Yeah, I school started here. It started this week.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I don't know what's around the country, but here, school started this week. Or it's actually here locally. It started last week, but in the big cities here, it started this week. So people are kind of getting back into that school time grind.
Yeah, up here, a lot of them start middle of next week. Matter of fact, in my town, they'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So of course they have Labor Day off before that, and then they do Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and then start a full week the next week. Which to me doesn't make a lot of sense. Go in for 3 days just to have another 3 days off, but that's the way they do it. And I noticed you were on last night, but you had already been on for a bit. And it was pretty much my bedtime, so I popped in on YouTube for a minute. Didn't really say much because I didn't stick
Yeah.
around
Uh,
long, unfortunately.
Cliff
But,
was normally on Monday nights, but he got married on Saturday, so I didn't figure he'd be on.
oh, nice.
And then I was already sitting here at the bench, so I just figured I'd go ahead and
Yeah.
start a stream. And if anybody came in, that's great. If nobody did, then was fine too.
Right. It's kind of nice to be able to sit and chat while working on stuff, you know?
Yeah, because I'm kind of homebound,
Yeah.
so it's kind of nice when I can talk to other people
Right.
for a few minutes or
Hmm.
kind of hide the broken part. There we go. These mil spec decals I got for this are very nice, but they're very fragile. They're very thin. They're real similar to STS decals.
Uh,
They only need to be in the water for about 5 or 10 seconds to come up off the paper, but then they're super thin but super fragile. But
ooh.
not too bad. I mean, when you're doing one that's 10 inches long like that, I knew it was going to break. But
Oh, yeah. Oof.
there's not a chance in hell that that's not going to break when they're that long, just from the paper curling up when you wet it down.
Mm.
But they're doing pretty good, and they do give you two big squares of the same color decal as a spare. So if you get a crack or something, you can always make a patch panel put over it.
Sounds like they kind of knew what they were getting into with them.
Yeah, yeah. Where's it at? Yeah, they put these two. I've already used part of one, but they put these two big panels on there just for a spare.
Oh, yep.
So if something goes horribly wrong with the decal, you can put it back together or fill in. I did use some on the edge of the tips of the wings and on the tip of the tail because the decals weren't long enough to fold over the top and cover the top up.
Yeah.
Which made it nice because then I didn't have to go back and try and match the color. That's the hardest thing I have with decals is when you have to try to get the paint to match the color of the decal.
Yeah.
On cars, you can usually go back over the decal and with the paint color kind of fade it in. So if it's not an exact match, you can like airbrush in a fade from one color to the other. But on a plane, you can't get away with that as easily. Hey, Stephen, how are you tonight? Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm not sure, but Welcome to the Tuesday lunchtime live stream chat. Whatever we're gonna. I've never picked a finish the lane for it yet. They didn't used to do lives other than participate in them, and then when Terry passed, I kind of took his spot, and then Time Machine Models Rob couldn't do Tuesdays anymore, so he asked if he could do Thursdays, and I said sure and switched, and then he hasn't done one on Thursday ever since. So, but I'm on Tuesdays and sometimes Thursdays and sometimes Sundays. You never know. I'm sitting at the bench and get bored, and there's nobody having a live stream. They're able to have me hop in and start one at any time. And we had 9 people watching, so there's 9 of you out there. Okay. And water. And just before it came on, I just watched a video from Revell on their new model kits coming out, and they talked about the new C8 Camaro that's coming out. They're re-releasing the old monogram kit of the Lamborghini LP500S, which is a kit I built when I was a kid. I built the original version, about the LP500, but the LP500 came out like '82. I was like a junior in high school then. And then, everybody had that big poster, that big black Lamborghini on their wall.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got an Airbus coming out, a 321 Airbus, and a new Raptor F-35 coming out. And they got a lot of cool stuff. They're going to start doing it once a month, a new products, a new models video.
Well, that's good. That must mean that they're planning on coming out with a lot of stuff then. They're going to do new stuff every month.
And the guys doing it are the two of the designers.
Oh, okay.
Like for the Lamborghini, they were talking about because the doors don't open on it because it's an old tooling, and how much it would be nearly impossible to upgrade that tooling to be able to do that. So if there was enough demand for one with open doors, I'd have to do a new tooling, which they'd be willing to do if they thought there was enough demand. But it's cool. It's interesting to watch. It's a half hour or so, but I fast forward through part of it.
I'll have to check that out.
Just 1 second here. I'll look up the channel and I'll put the channel in the chat for you guys. YouTube's history. here. Hey, Norm. Paste. Yeah, I should have it right this time. There we go. There's the link.
All right.
That'll take you to the channel page. Yeah, the one guy on there is German and the other one is English. They do the CAD designing and whatnot for the models. So it's kind of cool. It's not just some guy from the company spokesman or whatever. These are the guys actually doing the making this stuff, creating it.
Yeah, that's good.
For round two, Jamie Hood used to do that all the time, but now they got somebody else that just comes in and says, "Here's the kits coming out this month," type thing.
Yeah.
Or Jamie Hood is one of their lead designers, and he used to come on about every 6 weeks or so and talk about. He'd basically have a live stream just like this and talk about what was going on with the company and what was coming out. And it was cool, nice to have. But he's a busy man, I guess. So
Yeah, I noticed they've been putting out a video about once a month lately.
yeah, that's the stuff they expect to be coming out. But he used to do let's say like a live stream where he'd talk about the kits that were coming out this month, but he'd talk about what's coming down the road and
Oh, nice.
question and answers. And he said, a little bit of like, this was in this stage, this model was in this stage of development, this one was in this stage, and be open to feedback on things that weren't finalized yet.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that in a while. Maybe down to about twice a year, I guess he does that.
So, Bob, when you do your plug wires with the solder, how do you usually paint it? Like, what do you use?
I'll use most time I just spray paint the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll assemble. I drill out the distributor, get the 9 pieces of solder down in there. I use the 22,000s, so it's easy to get 9 pieces inside of a distributor. Super glue those in, let them cure, and then I'll just fan them out like a giant spider, and I'll paint the whole thing either yellow or orange or whatever, and then I'll go back and hand paint the distributor back to black, and then I'll paint the very center where the boots would have been on the plugs on the cap, and I have the holes drilled in the side of the motor, and I just shove them in.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm doing it the hard way then.
Are you doing it one at a time?
I strung a piece of the solder across the helping hands here, and sat here with my brush and my Tamiya rubber black and went boop, 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 up and down.
Oh, yeah, it works too. I mean, I have hand painted them before, but at the point where I've got spray for all the plug wire colors, so I just generally just spray them
That makes sense.
because I just get rattle. I just hit them with a rattle can. Before that, I used to use fiber optic to do it.
I used to use telephone wire.
For my plug wires, and I would the same thing. I would paint
You
them
get
before I put them.
20.
Yeah, just put them in the distributor and
But for
paint them,
those,
and then
you get all the same color.
Yeah.
No, that's a smart idea. Of course, that would have been nice to think about before I mounted my distributor.
Okay, let me let those sit for a couple of minutes. Decal set, and then we can move on to the next project. So I'll probably spend the next 2 weeks. Well, we got holiday weekend coming up, but after that, spend the next 2 weeks getting stuff ready to take to the show on the 14th, the IPMS show.
That's the 14th of September, or?
Yeah, the one here local to me is September 14th
Oh, okay.
in St. Louis.
How far away a haul is that for you?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah.
And of course, as early as I'm going in the morning, it's closer to an hour. It's about 70 miles. Because there's no traffic in it that early on a Saturday morning.
Do you have much adverse effects from riding in the car that long? You know, with your back and stuff?
No.
Well, that's good.
I pack them up pretty good. I use like the Rubbermaid shoe boxes.
Yep.
And then I'll wrap like a car model. I wrap each one in like a terry cloth or paper towel, and then I bubble wrap around that and put them in there. I'll put like six of those in a 3 across the bottom, and then put in a bubble wrap and 3 more on top. My big Draco the Dragon, I'll probably actually seat belt him into the back seat. Or like the Mustang builds, I've already got those boxed up, ready to go. That same thing. They're in a big Rubbermaid box with a bubble wrap around each one of them, and hold it. You know, I have a hand cart luggage was basically a luggage cart collapse that I use to transport them from the car to the show and back and forth.
Nice. I didn't know what some of your back issues and stuff with the riding in the car for a long time was adverse to that, because I guess it depends, you know, because...
Yeah, so I wrap everything in.
Well, I don't mean the models, I mean you.
Oh, me? No, I'm good. I've had no problems driving.
Oh, that's good.
I used to drive for when I was for like 10 years. I worked at a hobby shop, and what I did traveling shows. So every time there was a swap meet anywhere from as far east as DC, far west as Denver, all the way up to Minneapolis, and south down to as far south as Houston.
Oh, you go all over the place.
And so I'd go, I'd leave on Thursday to wherever I was going for a swap meet, a show, and anywhere from 10 to 12 hour drive, and then work the show for 2 days and pack everything back up and come back every week. Except over the summer. May, June, and July, I wouldn't do any. And then I'd work during the week, I'd work in the hobby shop. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drive down to Atlanta for Acme next month or in October. And it's about 12-hour drive. It's not bad. I'll sleep all day and I'll get up about 10 and leave at midnight, and it'll put me down there about noon the next day. With the time change going to Eastern time, from Central to Eastern time.
Mm.
But I enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I got to get up and pee or get something to eat every 2 hours anyway. So you get out and walk around.
Yeah.
And if my back starts hurting, I got that heated seat thing in the car, so you can just hit the heat on it. Put a little heat on your back, and it makes it all go away.
My wife and I each have Subarus, and I love those heated seats. I don't think I'd get another car without them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used them to actually get warm or stay warm. It's always been, if my back starts bothering me, I'll hit it on low and let it run for about 10 minutes to put that direct heat on my lower back.
Just enough to loosen things up. Yeah.
Well, I have arthritis in my spine. My problem. And so my vertebrae are slowly disintegrating and eroding the discs in my back, so it makes it difficult to stand or walk for any length of time. But you grin and bear it. Do what you can.
Not much for an alternative, you know?
Well, the odds, probably 99.9% odds I lose that piece before I get to put it on. It's like when I would drive to Denver for the show out there, I'd always, same thing, I'd leave so that I could travel across Kansas in the dark. There's nothing to see. By the time the sun was coming up, so were the mountains. Well, my favorite one to go to was when we go to either when I went to New Orleans for shows or when I went to DC for shows. Those were probably my two favorite ones. Well, the DC one show was actually out in Virginia, but I'd always make a vacation out of it too, and do the Smithsonian for a day or something like that. Pick one of the different museums or something to see for the day.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I can't recommend DC enough. I mean, things like the the Lincoln Memorial. I mean, you've seen it on TV a million times, but until you see it in person, it's just not the same.
Yeah, that's true about so many things.
Or the Vietnam Wall or the Washington Monument. I mean, just the scope of them is just pictures and TV just can't do them justice.
Yeah.
Or how big the Smithsonian Institution it really is.
Yeah, it's something I want to do one of these days. I haven't been down to that. My wife has, but
Hey, Jason. Yeah, well, so they've got with Smithsonian is actually several museums rolled together. So I would try to hit one different one every time I went up there.
hmm.
I kind of want to go back because now that they have at the Air and Space, they have the Space Shuttle Discovery. I think it's Discovery they've got there.
Okay. Hmm.
I kind of want to see that in person.
Yeah, imagine that would be impressive.
I haven't been down to Houston and seen the Saturn V, and that thing is just same thing. It just until you see it in person, you have no way to cope.
There's not, yeah, you just can't
Know
believe
how big it actually is. Okay, I'm home for this. I'm home for this. Home for this. Thanks, Jason. It's basically, I mean, I can turn this side up, show you the pretty side. It's all the top is all done.
nice.
And I just got the bottom. I just got the decals put on the bottom. Left is right, right is left. I can never remember that on a stupid camera. I want it to move left on the screen. I got to go right. So yeah, it's basically the decals on it are basically done. I have to clear coat it probably tomorrow or the next day when I get around to it. For that, out of the way. And I built I got the stand built for it last night. So that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, nice.
I was I was debating whether to put the spook or the shield on there, and through discussions in the live stream last night, we decided to go with the shield. But I'm going to get some acrylic and cut it out and put the spook on an acrylic piece that I can stand next to it. Because to have both of them on there was a little busy.
Hmm.
So now that I've done as much as I can on that one, I think I'm going to play with this one tonight. Yeah, the blue and gold is always been one of my favorites. Though it's a real toss up between that and the Thunderbirds. I really like the Thunderbird paint scheme as well.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start on Optimus Prime.
Oh, cool.
Transformers roll out. This would be my very first Gundam type kit. So I've never done one before. I've done the style of kit from in like spaceships, but I've never actually done an actual Gundam.
Yeah, I haven't either. My youngest has got a couple, but I haven't.
Yeah, got it at Hobby Lobby for $24 or $25, something like on their sale week, so you can't really complain, I guess.
Hmm.
Even though I can't read Japanese, we'll have to figure it out as we go. Oh boy.
Oops. Oh yeah. States. I always said we do for bad.
Yes, I know. I've never built. I built uh, the God Phoenix from Gotcha Man, which is basically the same kind of kit. I mean, it's not a figure; it's a spaceship, but it's a Gundam Bandai push together style thing. But I've never done one of these before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, you gotta make 4 different sets of hands, I guess, depending on what weapon or whether he have a weapon in his hand or not.
Too many choices.
Let's see if I have to paint him or not when he's done. Probably not. We'll see though. First hand. And I need thumb. Thumb number 5. Hey Boston, how are you tonight? Yeah, let's see how it goes. Too bad. Yeah, I did that today. I took mom to do her grocery shopping. And it was so freaking hot. The air conditioner in the car even couldn't keep up.
Ooh.
E110. You sank my battleship. It's a good thing the part call outs are in English and not Japanese like the rest of it.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Well, I've got the Google Translate thing on my phone. You take the picture of the Japanese text and it'll translate it. But
Yeah.
D17 hit. Yes, it does. Actually, it's Optimus Prime. Technically not a Gundam, but yeah, it's a Gundam. E1 fine. Yeah, I think that's what it is. This is got a weird name. It's Flame Ferrari model is the name of it. The brand. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. The G1 version of Optimus Prime. And it had a Hobby Lobby. It was marked at 46 bucks, but I got it under the 40% off thing, so it was like 26 or $27, something like that. I figured I would try one. I have a feeling whichever hands he uses has going to be the whatever ones I get a full setup without losing the parts. There's some tiny parts here for these little fingers and stuff.
Yeah, basically that's why I've got this smaller little silicone tray thing, but I've got a bigger one coming so that hopefully if I drop, they don't bounce and skitter. They just kind of stop. I'm gonna have to paint more white. I don't know.
That at least it's still on the workbench. Put glue on it. Put glue on that. Yeah, they're just basically super Lego kits, from what I can tell so far.
Hmm.
Just like the set everything being square blocks. That's all. Individual pieces all pushed together. Okay. Screw G. And 21. Yeah, I can see I'm definitely gonna need to do some washes and stuff on this when I get it that far. Otherwise, all the details is gonna be lost.
Hmm.
Mm. Especially these hands are like a dark blue violet. I can't. It's way too. Fourteen. 14. Hey Kevin, how are you tonight? And Edward, how are you? There's 3 hands done, 7 more to go. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Mike. How are you doing tonight? We're just hanging out here. I'm building hands. Hands across the water. And I knew I have to get back out. I knew I had to put those in first. From the last one. Number 4. No, not actually not. I got to put one more piece on it. 12. Getting ahead of myself. Yeah, starting next week, I'll start getting models out and getting cleaned and repaired and sure they're in good shape for the show. Figure out which ones I'm going to take and all that good stuff. This so far, yeah, well, it could be. I mean, so far, I mean, right now I'm doing the little tiny parts, so it's kind of tedious, but we'll see as we go on. This is the first one of these I've done. I've not done a Gundam type thing before. Oh. Okay, we got all of our. Hey, Chuck. Got all of our right hands built. All 5 of them. Okay. There they are. Now we get started on the left hand. Number 1. Number 6. Yeah, I'll give the bulldozer joke a pass tonight. It's already been done. Once was enough. I wouldn't want to be on one today, though. I'll say it was 100, 103 here in heat index today. Ooh, like 99 degrees actual temperature. Fingers. Yeah, this one's just supposed to be kind of a mini one, I think. 'Cause we're getting to that time of year when it doesn't stay hot for long. Here, anyway. Where it'll still get up to 80 or 90 during the daytime, but as soon as the sun goes down, so does the temperature. Drops like a stone. Well, through the 6 weeks of being 80 degrees in the day and 30 degrees at night. Thumb number 18. Thumb number 18. There's thumb 18. Oh, I just went to the nephrologist a couple weeks ago. My kidney function is way low. I could take all kinds of crap.
Ooh.
Then she seems like she wants to draw a gallon of blood out of me every time I'm there. Oh, cool. Closed cap, that would help. I'll say though, she's not as bad as when I had to go to the urologist when they had to put the orthoscope into my bladder. That was not a pleasant experience at all. And had I known how much it would hurt when they offered to do it under sedation, I'd have said yes. But no, it's only going to take 10 minutes. I can bear it. No, big mistake. One, two. They put in like a giant catheter, and they fill you full of water, and then they put the camera, orthoscopic camera, up through the inside of the catheter, and then they root around in there for 10 minutes. The pain of having that giant rod shoved up your wing, and they've got your bladder pumped so full of water that you can barely stand it. You can't go because you're plugged up. But yeah, I have a very low kidney function, and I have cysts on a bunch of cysts on my kidneys, and did have kidney stones. That's where it all started from when I woke up one morning, and my urine looked like chocolate syrup. It had so much blood in it.
Ooh.
Scared the hell out of me. It's like, hey, this is not normal. Number four. Where are you? Number four. Oh, we put number 4 on already. 13. We need 13. Hey, Mark, how's things up in the Great White North? I mailed your decals on. Oh, what day did I mail them? Saturday. I mailed them on Saturday. So they should, between U.S. Post Office and Canada Post, you might get them anywhere between tomorrow and 6 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
At least my outbound mail, regular first class mail, does not have to go through Kansas City, Kansas regional distribution. So that saves like 4 days right there. They have the worst distribution hub in the entire United States, the Kansas City, Kansas hub. Don't worry about it. Just pay it forward. I was all in for like $11.50. What it totaled out at. I mean, just pay it forward to somebody. Buy somebody a lunch at McDonald's that looks like they need it or something. I am not worried about it. It was an excuse to send you a shop card anyway, so. $16. Because when I mailed it, I drove 7 miles over to the next town over, which is not in the Kansas City distribution area. So went to St. Louis instead of Kansas City. So no.
I'm assuming that's the same day you mailed mine. I got mine yesterday.
I think I mailed yours a day or two before.
Oh, okay. I'd have to go
Yours,
back.
yours I could just hang on the letterbox in front of the house for the normal pickup.
Yeah.
You go to the post office and get a international stamp for Marks.
Oh, right.
But I probably sent yours the day before, dropped it in the regular mail the day before, like on Thursday or Friday. I don't remember which. The day after you sent the email when I mailed it out.
Right.
Because I filled it out that night and just hung it on the mailbox. Mail I picked it up the next morning.
Got here quick though.
Part number 8. Thumb number 8. Thumb number 2. I don't want thumb number 2. I need thumb number 8. There's 11. 9 hands done. 1 more to go. 8 of which won't be used. But I don't know which 2 I'm go to what yet. So. Sure, if you want, I'll be happy to have it. I don't think I do. I don't think I'd have to go look, but I don't remember. I don't think I do. Speaking of which, anybody out there wants a shop card, just let me know. Hey Juan, welcome to the chat. Thank you for becoming a member, being part of the minion. And this feels like it's made out of ABS plastic instead of regular styrene. Definitely got that feel. All parts gone. All the parts are gone. We now have 10 completed hands. Ooh. Which we probably don't do anything with for 50, 60 steps, but got them. Okay. Red parts, yellow parts, and gray parts. No, it is. I've never heard of the brand before. It's Harai Model or Flame Toys. Um, Japanese kit. Little. They had it at Hobby Lobby for $46, and 40% off. So it made it like $27. So I figured I'd take a shot for $27. If I build it inside, I don't like it, I always get to my nephew or something. A2. On A2. A1. A2. It'd be nice if they gave you an assembly order rather than just an exploded diagram. It says it's Optimus Prime G1, Generation 1, I guess, supposed to be. Is it based on the cartoon Optimus Prime or the first movie or what? I don't know. Not that I could tell you the difference between the cartoon one and the CGI ones from the movies or from the different movies. I couldn't tell you that. Saved my life anyway. So. Optimistic Prime, yeah. Roll out. That's why I like Optimistic Prime. I can't even tell. The picture's so small. Remaining gates on the blue circle for assuming that's those. Yeah. Yeah, this is very, very highly polished, and it has a different feel to it. I'm thinking it might be ABS instead of styrene, but I could be wrong. Not that it's a bad thing. I built ABS kits before and never had any issues with them. Well, my plan is not to paint it, other than maybe a varnish at the end. I'll probably do a wash, a panel line wash on it, and then I know they make those Gundam pen sets. The hot rod, I have built one of the hot rod magazine kits. Uh, they're the same. They're just basically the same kit from like that one or Monogram. I don't remember which one it was. The only difference, it came with a few extra hot rod parts, and it came with a hot rod magazine sticker in it. In fact, I built the Wreckfest car out of it. That one. Yeah, I think I even still have the stickers. I think that was the only thing that was different about it. Yeah, it came with the sticker in the kit. Yeah, that's kind of what I had planned, was just a panel liner and flat coat it when I get there, so it doesn't look plasticky when we're done. Six. Where is 6? Here's 6. A2, it's part 3, A2 part 3, there's A2 part 3. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, there he is. Instead.
Hey, Alex, how are you tonight? Yeah, I did.
Well, I guess it's got to be that time. So
All right.
I'm gonna head out.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thank you for entertaining me and allowing me to be part of the stream. Hope
Anytime.
everybody has a good one and all goes well.
Always welcome.
You all have yourself a good evening and a
You
good
too.
tomorrow. Catch you later.
Supposed to do that. Okay. Which way does it go in? Does it matter? All right. Now, well, let me give you one, and then you can click on anybody and go right to their channel. There you go. You go one. You can click on anybody there and go to their channel. I don't know which way that's supposed to go in there. Part 5. Those of you that joined us late, I finished putting decals on the Phantom. I'll show you that in just a minute. And I got the stand done for it. And then I started working on this Optimus Prime. Yeah, this plastic is really soft. It's got to be ABS. It's almost rubbery. Got a rubbery consistency to it. Oh, I had to trim it apart. Yeah, I gave him the link so that you can the wrench so he can go. He can just click on their name and right click on it, and you should be able to go right to their channel. Okay. Here's where the Phantom's at right now. We've got all the decals on it. Just put these bottom ones on at the beginning of the stream so they're still wet. Back while I'm standing here holding it, I'll put some more setting solution on them. They don't need much, but I want to get them, especially the great big ones, to get them to lay, make sure they're laying perfectly flat. So we'll slather on some good old Walther Solvaset. And I'll have to go back and do a little bit of patchwork on that center stripe where it's cracked. Fortunately, they send you spares for just that purpose. Because these decals are super thin, so they pretty much figure that you're gonna mess them up. So yeah, here's the top side. All the decals are on it. And I also finished, this is the stand it's going to go on. These will go into the backs of the jet engines and the afterburner cans. These will go in there, so it'll be in flight. And now I'm working on this guy. Thanks. I was debating whether to put the spook on there or the crest, and I decided to go with the crest. I'm going to cut out a piece of acetate or acrylic, and I'm going to glue the spook onto it, and I'll probably just stick it on a little one of these little card stands I don't know where they're at. I want these little acrylic card stands for my hoods it shows. I'll just stand the spook up on it next to it. So I was originally going to put them both on there, but the base was a little busy for that. Yeah, you have to keep an eye on your subs because they will. YouTube likes to kick them out for some reason all the time. Into part 8. Yeah, he's got one. Oh, does he not have one? I thought he did. Let me get over there. I will give him one. There you go. Pander's got one now too. Yeah, this gray plastic is definitely more of a rubbery texture than what your regular regular styrene or ABS would be. That's almost a nylon. But I guess it needs to be for the moving parts. Yeah, so the only series type kit I have would probably be like the street burners or something like that. Yeah, the Revell roaster's nice. The 32.5 window has a boatload of kit parts in it. I mean, it's a builder's gold mine. There's basically almost enough parts in there to build 2 cars with different options for either one. So you almost got enough parts for 3 cars. Mini Mike has one of the monogram Pieros he's got coming up on his auctions there, Onyx, that he showed it to me, but I already have 2 of those, so I didn't hoard them. E6. And 2. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. Oh, Vipers I've seen. Our minor league hockey team we used to have was the Vipers. So they had the Viper sitting in the lobby of the arena.
What's up?
Hey, yeah, they look kind of cool. They weren't for me, but
No.
but I'm not a big supercar shaped car fan anyway. So more of a 60s, 70s era car. Maybe.
Ooh, what kind of Viper? Like a newer one, 90s midlife crisis one. You know, the 90s ones were cool. The wheels they came with were a little goofy, but you know, it was a cool car. Oh, cool. That was the only kit. Well, there were two kits my Ollies never had. It was the Viper truck and the Viper. Which Rick Zink, he sent me the Viper truck, and the Viper was still one I'm looking out for a little bit. Just because I think it looked cool done up as like some like Batman looking car, like a satin black, just all blacked out. So I'm gonna drink this coffee. Then I might go downstairs. Yep, I got some more stuff I need to do. Yeah, that's my issue on cool small cars. I can't fit in any of them. About a year ago, I went and looked at. It was on Marketplace. It was a 2001 Camaro SS. It was a beautiful low miles car, but damn, I needed a shoehorn to get in and out of it. Once I was in it, I was fine. I could drive it and everything, but damn, I didn't look cool getting in and out of it. I looked like a dumbass.
Yeah.
What's up, Rick? Your ears must have been ringing. I just mentioned your name. We were talking about. I was saying something about Ollie's kits, and the Viper truck was the only other one I didn't have. And all right, you sent it. Thank you. Was that one and the actual Viper? The only two my Ollies didn't have.
Guess that's the way it's supposed to be.
Did you say Beetlejuice, Jimmy? What?
You were talking about Rick and he appeared.
Oh, yeah. I said Rick 3 times and he appeared. But yeah, Fierro, I'm with you on there. I love the 80s, 90s cars, the 80s, 90s Firebirds, Trans Ams. No secret, I'm a lover of the freaking OBS Chevy.
There's one arm part. I had to do the same thing all over again. Where's the other arm?
How's that Optimus Prime looking so far? I got one downstairs I need to build still.
It's going together all right. It's very fiddly, tiny little parts.
Yeah. That's what my buddy said about it. He likes building the figures, and
Here's what I've got. Well,
I've never built the figures, so he gave me a figure to try out.
so far I built 10 hands and one arm. One shoulder and elbow. Not even a whole arm, just a shoulder and an elbow. Guessing the hand plug. If we plug into there or not, if there's another piece. I haven't got this far yet.
Recently finished the 85. I have that kit. It looks like a pretty good kit.
No, I've got it. I haven't even opened it up yet.
I think the motor in it, it's almost like a snap kit motor, which I'm thinking of cutting that out and either putting a big motor in it or just using a different frame under it. Originally kind of thought of doing a 85 Camaro 4-wheel drive. Something goofy with it. Hey, Marcy. Yeah, scale model muse. Doug White's in here, guys. Woo!
Not that yet.
Yeah. Looking at that, I kind of figured on that.
Yeah, it's been kind of a slow night, so you didn't miss out a lot.
So I finished this call.
Packing for the move.
Go downstairs and mess with some stuff. Like you were talking about movies last time. I was sitting here watching Gladiator now. Freaking, I love Russell Crowe.
I like the South Park episode where they're making fun of Russell Crowe. The whole episode. I went to see the Terrence and Phillips trailer, and what the Russell Crowe show was on.
Was that the one where he was Indiana Jones?
He was a sailing captain with his buddy Tugger and tugboat, and then the tugboat was so much stress from him that he shot himself, and they were running around to see all these different houses to try to watch the asses of fire.
That's right. That's right. I'm thinking of that other one where who were they making fun of? The two producers or directors or whatever.
Oh, like Spielberg and Lucas, they make fun of them all the time.
Oh yeah, no, the one with Indiana Jones.
That's Spielberg and Lucas.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was hilarious. I love that episode.
For making the Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm. That one, the three that stick out is in my mind always when I think of South Park is that one, the one where they're making fun of Mel Gibson, and the freaking one where they're where they were like allowed to say shit on TV, and they just made it a whole ass thing.
The cursed word, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they wanted their money back for watching Passion of the Christ
Mm-hmm.
from Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Stan wanted his $20 back,
Mm-hmm.
or was it Kyle? I don't remember if it was Kyle or Stan. It was one of them.
I think it was Stan. Yeah, it was Stan because Kyle thought it was a pretty decent movie. The way they made him in the show was fucking hilarious. It was like a little stick figure body, but like just a cutout of his actual head.
Yeah, my movie plan is going to be simple, but it's something I haven't used in like 5 years. It's going in the trash. It'll be probably coming up sometime next year. Why? Okay. Here we go. My biggest issue when it comes time to move is going to be built models, not the stash. Stash will be easy.
Yeah.
Be making the hard cuts on the built models, what stays and what goes.
Yeah. Oh man, I was looking at STS's website. They have a little bundle pack you can buy of some decals. It's only a few decals. It's Boss Hogg's license plate,
Yeah,
Roscoe's license plate, then re-elect Sheriff Roscoe on two Confederate
They got-
flag plates.
they've got all of the.
All of
You
them.
get
Yeah.
General Lee, Cooter's truck, Roscoe's car,
Yep.
Daisy's car, Daisy's Jeep.
Why I'm looking at this pack is this pack comes with little 3D printed Boss Hog, or I guess a resin. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's Boss Hog's hat and the bull horns for the front of his Cadillac.
I think he's also got the other sheriff that was on there for a while from the next
Enos.
county over. No, the sheriff from the next county over.
The big black dude.
They got the decals for his police car.
The
If I remember, I'm pretty sure they do.
I think I know who you're talking about. Let me go to these where I know they're all at. Chickasaw, Chickasaw County.
Yeah.
What was his name? It doesn't say his name. Man, I'm gonna have to look up this motherfucker's name. I know it was a freaking massive black dude that they did not want to fuck with. None of them.
Yeah, so they've got the decals for all of the cars, Duke's Hazard cars and stuff. And then they had I think the Boss Hog one came with like posters for election posters or something like that.
Yeah, it was re-elect Sheriff Roscoe. But the only reason I'm really looking at it is the Confederate flag license plates I like, but the bull horns and the hat would look really good on a big old Chevy, big old square body, big old lifted square body. Which a couple license plates, some horns, and a hat for $6. That's not bad. I've got those saved. The General Lee decals are for another project, and then a full-length back window sticker decal of an American flag. That would also look really good on a square body. I've looked through the website, but I've never really looked like through STS's website. And they got a bunch of cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
They even have the decals for the Smokey and the Bandit truck and trailer.
Yep.
A lot of very 90s style stripe decals, which I love. Daisy's Charger. Oh, Fall Guy truck. Now that's fucking cool. The Fall Guy truck ones are cool. Huh. He's got some Mill Creek Fab Shop decals on here. Email Joey. What's he working on? Um,
Yeah, they've got tons of racing contingency and racing type for show cars type graphics and stuff on there.
Yeah, I'm looking through. Oh, he's got a lot of Protect stuff on here too.
All the stripes and flames and checkerboards.
Yeah. Well, I started looking through it originally because I was going through my decals. I've used up all my cool decals. I'm a little short on cool decals. Fat Tony's pizza logos. Oh, those would be funny on the side of a drag car. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of drag racing decals. Police decals. Ooh. Ooh, he's got police and sheriff decals. Those actually really might come in handy for a project I want to do. I want to do like a custom cop car, like that one on a Black Sheep. Big blower, big fat set of tires.
Yeah, I've got a file for decals for the Missouri Highway Patrol. What else is on it? Can't remember. Don't even remember now.
Yeah, I've seen those too, Marcy. The figures I've really been looking at on Iceman is he's got a set of Cheech and Chong figures that I think are hilarious. He's got two different ones, one of them standing or one of them where it's just their torso, so you like set them in a car. Which I might have to buy if I end up getting the new 64 Impala. Revell just re-released. Because in Up in Smoke, the Love Machine was a 64 Impala.
Love Machine. Yeah, it's just Missouri and Oklahoma is what I had.
Oh, Marcy. Hang on. Shit.
Oh, Nebraska. I think it's
Her speaking of Caddy reminded me of something. Hang on, let me find it on my phone.
yeah, we got Oklahoma, Missouri, and Nebraska, like Highway Patrol.
Damn it, where's that at? Her speaking of Cadillac reminded me of a Cadillac I saved from my phone. What model? Ah, here it is. It's the Johan 70 Eldorado. It's already been built, but nothing on it's been painted. Or the only thing painted on it was they painted the interior brown, but it's still the white plastic. Which right now it's $29, but it's on a bid. And the bid don't end for 4 days. That's gonna shoot up probably.
Just put in the most you're willing to pay, and if it goes past it, it goes past it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Once it gets a little closer to the end date, I'll throw a few bids in. But because honestly, I've been looking at this kit for a while. That old Johan. knowing what it goes for and knowing how much I would prefer to spend on it. If it goes past like $40, then I'm not buying it. Only because it's not a curbside kit. It actually has like a motor and like a pretty nice motor actually in the kit. But which if I win it, I'm stripping it and ripping it all apart, and I'm doing some cool custom with it. So motor doesn't matter, but I ain't gotta cut the hood open though. There was that one I was looking at. Where's the other one I was looking at? The other one I was looking at was the 76 Eldorado, the one molded in like a turquoise blue. And he wants $35 for it. How much does he want for shipping? I don't. Does he say on here? Or is it free shipping? Is it free? Damn, $13 shipping, dude. Go fuck yourself.
That's about right for a kit.
Yeah, it's on a bid. Then the bid ends in 2 hours. If I can get it.
If you're going from like zone 1 to zone 4, that's what it is for priority mail.
Yeah.
In the same zone, it's like 950. One zone over is 10 something, and if it's 2 zones apart, yeah, it's like 13 something. Or 12 something. And you're probably charging a little bit for packaging, but not much.
Yeah. When does this bid end? I think he's got this one on a bid too. This one ends in 2 hours. Only one person is watching it. If I can get it for 40 or under, then I'll be happy. Wait a minute. Is this a curbside? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. It's a curbside. Fuck. Shit, 35 is about all I would want to pay for it, but fuck I'll watch it maybe. But the 70 Eldorado is a little bit more my speed. And it's free shipping, so if I can get it for maybe $40, under 40, I'll be cool. Yeah, nah, that's ridiculous. I know. I've been looking at that 70. The 70 Eldorado. A little bit. Just because I love the way the roof line is on that kit, on this car, like even in real life.
There's still people on there with all the time with those Ollie's kits for $29 plus shipping.
Yeah, that's freaking ridiculous. Yeah, here's the same kit, but unbuilt in the box for $155, $230. Yeah, nah. If I can get this built one but not painted one for like 40 or under, I'd be pretty happy.
They even still have the Ollie stickers, price tags on the front of the boxes.
Yeah, literally.
Let's see, 6.
And I'd make this 70 Dorado look pretty damn cool. I'll throw it in the freezer, tear it all apart. Fix a couple mold lines I already can see in the photos. I paint it black, white interior, big LS motor, a little bit bigger diameter wheels, lowered a little bit. So they look bad AF.
Yeah, man, the dog ate my stash.
It's never been painted. The only thing that's been put on this body is the couple Cadillac emblem decals. There's a little bit of chrome done down the side of it. No, not down the side, like over the top of the hood. Well, that's definitely not painted. This is all still the white plastic.
No, I don't think I can. Don't think I can. I'd like to get a light in his head. Light his eyes.
Eldorado.
Get
Yeah, I know, Rick. There were two of them I was looking at. The 70 Eldorado, and then there was a what was the other year? I just looked at it. The other one is a 76 Eldorado. Oh, they're both Eldorado. Did I call one of them a DeVille on accident, I guess? Probably. Jeez. I hear my brother in the next room. He's sick as fuck. Yeah, okay. My dad has that album downstairs, Rick. That giant paper is no longer existent though. Freaking they used it on their way to a Def Leppard concert years ago.
There's a tiny part that'll get lost. Nope, wasn't me.
Me and my buddies have recreated it. So I'll say that.
I was more of a one-hit person. Back in the day when I did such things.
I also realized the parties aren't as fun when you're not doing that. After I quit, I became everybody's fucking babysitter.
Let's say one thing, it's got really tight tolerances on it, Jimmy. You have to really trim everything down just right. All the parts have really tight tolerances on
All right. Yeah, I think after I finish, well, it'll be after I finish the Ram Viper truck. I might start that. As once I finish the OBS Chevy, I'll do the Ram Viper truck, and I'll have in my cabinet the big 390s single cab short bed all lowered to the ground. Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. Joey, what's up?
them. Hey,
Hey man, I was gonna email you after live. I was scrolling through STS and I seen the Mill Creek Fab Shop decals. What you putting those on, man? Seen those a little while ago and I was gonna email you what you're working on. Oh yeah, that's right. That big dually flatbed square body you were working on. That's right. That's right. Marcy, we don't need that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like I did. They're sitting over here under a 96 Chevy Dually. They're very nice wheels. After I glued them up on there and had them on there, I started measuring them up. Those wheels would actually fit really good in the big tires from the 78 Big Game GMC. So those wheels on some bigger, fatter tires, that look good. Oh, the decals. Oh.
We have a head. See if it will zoom in and lock in on her.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, the tolerances on these parts are really tight.
Mm.
So if you got even a little bit of burr from cutting the sprue off, cutting off the sprue, if you don't get it cleaned off, a lot of these parts won't go together. That the assembly instructions make no real sense. They're building random parts. Two.
You been messing with the models lately, Joey? I know the model channel's gone. You just have the one now. Like last time I seen a video on the models, you were messing with Terry's Camaro. I think it was. With the Optimus Prime, my buddy bought me it. I was joking with him when I finished it. I'll display it in my case with the what I've done music video going behind it. And if you've seen the 2000s Transformer movies, you'll get that joke. Oh, sweet.
Really pay close attention to the pictures when you're. Yeah, I seen there was a little cleanup on that body, but damn, that freaking cab wasn't too bad on that square body. Which
I've seen a lot worse. Here in Illinois, any square body you find around here is basically just a pile of rust with a Chevy bow tie laying in the center of it. Yeah, man, that thing looks sweet. Like I said, any square body you find around here is just a pile of rust with a bow tie emblem and a square body emblem.
Well, my brother found that 179 being sold as a parts truck. The only thing wrong with it was spark plug wires run wrong. Put the spark plug wires on right and change the fluids and put a new battery in it and crank right over.
Yep.
You got a four-wheel drive chassis, rolling chassis to go with it. But he said, "Screw this! I'll just drive the two-wheel." Big truck, nothing wrong with it. Clean body and everything. Okay, here's that one. Sort of pain in the butt.
Man, I want to go look at this truck this weekend. It's over in Southern Illinois, towards the bottom of the state. A little bit of a drive, but man, it's nice looking. It's a 74 El Camino. Man, it's a pretty good looking car. Looking at it, dude, only wants $4,000 for it. And I was looking at it, going through all the photos. And it looked pretty good. And I clicked on his page because if I'm looking at something, I always will click on their Facebook page. He has photos throughout the whole build of him fixing the car up on his Facebook page.
Oh.
I was like, well, that's a little bit of a plus. I can see what all he's done and actually know he's not just bullshitting in a description on a post on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I started looking through all his photos and some of his posts. He has a dude has like a little shop behind his house where he just tinkers with stuff. And he needs some quick cash, so he's selling the El Camino and this older little Buick Buick something. It's like a mid-'80s little Buick. Which the Buick is also a very nice car. Just not what I'm into. I like the El Camino better. Talked to him a little bit about it. The only thing that needs put back together is the front cover that goes around the gauges, and the radio on the dash is off because he was putting a new radio in. And he has the new radio, he just hasn't installed it. And the little plastic cover that pops on and off is still off the dash, which I told him, fuck it, I'll put the radio in myself and just pop it back on. Oh, sweet, man. See you, Donnie.
Good night. You.
Yeah. I think the reason I like that El Camino so much is I hear a lot, 73, 74, that kind of body style. When they changed it, it's the ugly body style, and I think that's why I love it the most, because everybody else hates it. And if you don't know what that body style is, it's the body style the My Name is Earl El Camino was.
Oh, man.
Damn, yeah. Oh man, if I get the El Camino, first thing I'm doing, I'm getting a couple of my buddies together just so I can say I got an El Camino full of damn amigos. Which, looking through the dude's Facebook page, I got a little bit of a thing I'm gonna try. If I do go look at it, I'll try to get him down to three, maybe 35, and I'll tell him I'll buy him a 24 pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon because it's all over his page. He drinks a lot of Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yeah, Kevin, but I don't know. As a GM lover, if they brought back Pontiac or Oldsmobile, they'd fuck it up. They'd make it some electric piece of shit. That's a GM guy saying that. Fucking GM's going downhill.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back Pontiac. They kind of teased it earlier in the year and blew it off as a April Fool's joke. But I think the interest is kind of there that they may bring back Pontiac.
That'd be kind of cool if they brought back like the GTO or something, because they do, with them discontinuing the Camaro, They do need something else for NASCAR, and Pontiac at one time was in NASCAR. As long as they don't bring the GTO back as some electric fucking thing. If they bring it back, though, they might make it their answer for like Mustang's Dark Horse, the 700 horsepower stock Mustang. The Corvette is no longer a muscle car. The Corvette's a sports car at this point.
A Corvette was never intended to be a muscle car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I always considered it kind of a muscle car. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, sure that mercy. It was like even the mid 2000s GTOs I liked. They were V6s, but supercharged 4 point something V6. I mean, that was a good motor. Those were already pretty peppy little motors, and with the supercharger on it, I wouldn't say they were fast, but they were not fast enough. That and them cars really didn't weigh too much, so it's like with them ricers or whatever the hell. Man, they got 4 bangers in them, but them cars weigh next to nothing.
Come on. Oh man.
Yeah, I've seen that, Kevin. Like with the Maverick and shit like that.
Yeah, in the mid 70s, the Pintos and Mustangs were basically the same.
Yeah. And the Mustang too, whatever the fuck they called it. Yeah, how about El Caminos? I was watching overhauling Chip Foose's old show after the live last night, and man, they were doing a cool, like a '80s body El Camino, but they did a front clip swap on it with like a '67, '68 Camaro, and it looked pretty fucking cool. That might be a little new kid idea. Use like that '86
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
SS
same thing when I
Camino.
get around to doing that limo. The 300 limo, I'm going to put the Magnum front end on it because I like that
Mm.
front, the Magnum better than I do the 300. Be right back. Pay the water bill.
Oh, I love the 300 front end. Those things just look cool. Use like that the MPC 86 El Camino and front clip swap it with like a '68, '67 Camaro. I seen them do that and I was like, man, that'd be a cool kid idea. Uh,
You're having fun now. Wait, that's going to go in there. You know, I always like the Chrysler 300. I just kind of like the front end, the front clip of the Magnum a little better than the 300.
Yeah.
In fact, even on that overhauling show, they did that when they redid somebody's 300. They put a Magnum front end on it. That's what gave me the idea. In fact, they found somebody who even had the same year car, same color and everything, and was what wanted the 300 front end on his Magnum, so they swapped it out. Swapped them.
Yeah. It look cool. I don't know. I just always liked the 300 front. Like, just the look of that car. I like it. Especially if it had the big Hemi in it. It's a big, comfy car that's got a pretty good amount of pickup. Freaking girl I work with has one, and it's a pretty nice fucking car. One of the few fast cars I can actually fit in.
Yep,
Like
that's
a
right.
roomy.
It's an old man's car.
Man, that's an old man's car though. Shit can get. She done cammed hers and done a bunch of stuff to it, so it sounds freaking good when you start it. Yeah.
Finally. Damn piece in there.
trying to see. Here it is. I can't remember what year it was. It's the one I seen on Overhaul. It was a 82 El Camino with a 68 Camaro front clip and hood. And it works too. It looks pretty fucking good. I like it. I seen that watching the show, and I was like, man, that's a model idea right there. I got a couple El Camino builds I kind of want to do. That one now, and I've been wanting to do a Cletus McFarlane's El Camino. It is, Marcy, but man, it works. Look it up, Marcy. Overhauling Chip Foose. Or what I looked up to find. I looked up overhauling 82 El Camino. And man, it really does work. Surprisingly, the body lines match pretty damn well on both cars. I'm not a big fan of the wheels they put on it, but it looks really good. I think it will look better with a bigger set of his Foose Kragers, or whatever he calls them, wheels. He's got a specific name for those. I don't remember what they are, though.
Yeah, a lot of GM cars were built all the same, shared a lot of the same components and dimensions. So you do a lot of that part swapping. It goes on backwards. Gosh, darn it. Picture is wrong.
Oh, this does look good. Oh, I'm looking at the photo of the car they did. You were just talking about.
The 300 with the Magnum nose on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, then I'm looking at the other one. This is a Magnum with a 300 nose on it.
Well, they did or it was whichever one it was. They took the other car and they swapped the noses on it too, the Magnum and the 300. I don't remember which car they were building, if they were building the Magnum or if they were building the 300, but they swapped the parts. They were
I
direct.
like the way that looks. The 300 wagon. Ooh, I'm gonna save that. I like the way that looks. There's a build idea. Oh yeah, Kevin, that would have been a badass Foos kit. Oh no, what the fuck is it taking me to? It took me to Foos's website for some reason. Okay. And I got a couple of Foos's renderings he's done for cars saved that I want to try to recreate. The coolest one was the Napa S10 drag truck. I freaking chopped the roof off it and made it like a convertible S10 drag truck thing. I like the way it looks.
Do those the next day. And good night, Chuck, if you're not already gone already. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Oh, see you, man.
Part orientation. There's a bunch of these up here across where if you put the part in, will fit either way, but if you put it in backwards, the next part won't fit.
All right. Yeah, something different. I've never done a figure, and that's all he builds is the figures. So he got me that. Was like, here, try this out. Something different.
And the pictures and the instructions are really small. That's part of the problem. I keep putting stuff together backwards.
Yeah.
and they paint, and they're the color of the part in the directions. So some of the darker colored parts, it's hard to tell what detail goes where for direction wise and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just pay real close attention. Look, these hinges for his chest, I had to put them in and out 3 times because I kept putting them in the wrong direction. Putting them in backwards.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of. He done already started his kind of buddy building it. He's doing
And so,
the
the chesticle.
Megatron, and I'm doing Optimus.
The testicles, and then this part pops up. If I can get my finger under it there. For the matrix is in there. Let's find it up. Got me another light here.
Oh wow!
Just the matrix inside of there.
Damn it! No, it opened all up like that. That's cool. Did you call it his chesticles?
Testicles, yeah. Okay. All those parts.
Like I said, we're kind of buddy building it. He's building the Megatron, and I've got the Optimus I need to build. Tell him it'll take me a sec. I want to finish the Cadillac and the OBS Chevy before I start it.
And I said the tolerance, it's just got really tight tolerances on it. So if you don't get all the burrs cleaned off, and some other parts you can't tell what from the instruction sheet which way is up and which part is down, and if you get it the wrong way, so they don't want to fit.
Yeah. He's never done any car kits. He's only ever done figures, so I'm gonna make him try a car kit. He's a big Mustang guy, so I'm trying to figure out a good Mustang kit that's not real hard for him to try.
Probably any of the 2000s era ones would be decent.
Yeah, I know that 99 FBT I built was a very good kit. Or monogram. Which I might do another one of those kits. Boston Buds' profile picture, the white one with the blue GT striping, looks really good. I did mine kind of bumblebee colors, yellow and black. I was thinking about getting them the GT500 fastback AMT kit. He's big, old school Mustang guy. Can't talk about old school Mustang without the fastback GT500. That's the first one that popped into mind, but I don't know how that kid is. I've never built it. I don't want to buy him some POS kit. No, I love this part of the movie.
Mm. It'd be a bad thing. Have a 747 tire explode on you.
All right, man. I think I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna chill out for the night.
Yeah, I think I'm about what time. Yeah, I'm at 9:15. I think we're gonna shut her down. Thank everybody for coming in tonight. I want to thank all the new minion. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. We get to see videos earlier than everybody else, and you get special stars next to your name. Yeah, that's what it is. And so yeah, we're gonna be around on Thursday. If not, we'll see you over the weekend. Well, this weekend's a holiday weekend, so maybe not. Yeah, so I'll say good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world when you watch the video. And we'll see you next time.